Good morning. It is Saturday, December 16th, 2023, and I am on Lakeshore Trail. I just left Camp 77. That's it behind me. It was a nice campsite. Got down to 30 degrees, and I was toasty warm all night long. My tent, it is a Durston one-person X-Mid. And I'm still not sold on it. I'm just not. I really love my Nemo Hornet two-person tent, and I just don't know if I'm going to go back to that, especially for, I'm doing the Foothills Trail in March, and so I may go back to it for that. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, I've got about 0.7 mile. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I got 0.7 mile to Pilkey Creek, where the two girls that I'm meeting up with are getting shuttled by boat to. And so I will talk to you when I get there. To Pilkey Creek about 15 minutes ago, just kind of getting my stuff out. I'll show you over there in a minute, but this is the boat inn. I'm not sure what cove it's called, but I know Ronnie called it Pilkey Creek as well, so maybe that's what they call it. But anyway, that's that's not actually the lake. That's the low water bank that you see there. But the lake is beyond there. That's where my two hiker friends will come up here in just a few minutes. And then this is a nice little area. It's got this row of picnic tables. It's got a fire pit. I did see a hog pen up the way, somewhere up there when I first came in. And I have seen evidence of hog activity. The trail continues over there. There's a bridge that you cross once you head up the trail. Once you head up the trail that way, you cross a bridge. And then the trail continues this way. And from here we have, I think, 12.6 miles. So it's going to be hopefully a fairly decent day. Hoping that I have more energy today. I can't say that I ate a lot for breakfast. I made Christmas sugar cookies. And that was my breakfast. And I didn't even eat all of them just because I'm just not hungry. But I knew that I needed energy. I do have a couple things that'll give me a kickstart if I need it. I guess I'm all bundled up right now. I'm excited to have, I love to solo hike. I really, really do. But this trail, if you have the option of one or the other, I would hike it with someone else just because there's not a lot to see. It is a pretty trail. Any trail in the woods is going to have its pluses. But you know, yesterday I was a little cranky near the end, and some of it was my fault, and some of it was the fact that the trail just doesn't really offer a whole lot. So I think that today is going to be a lot better because I'll have people with me, and so I might suggest that if I were you. I'm not sure how much I'll film this trip around. There are no junctions until you get to the end. And then I think it's, I don't remember if it's Welch Ridge or what the junction is, but there are a couple campsites, but I don't know if they're right on trail. I don't know if we'll stop on them. These Lakeshore campsites, like I said, there's plenty of them on YouTube to look at. And I just probably won't film there. But anyway, I'll try to pull the camera out every now and then, get some pretty spots. I know there was a pretty spot between camp and here this morning that I recorded. It was the first time I felt like pulling my phone out to record the trail. So if that tells you anything. Anyway, but I will show you some things along the way. 4 miles in, we are finding some artifact. Looks like pieces of a car. And then we're going to head a little bit off trail and head up to the wall. There's a wall up here. Woohoo! Made it! Oh, I know I didn't record much today. I will do an outro explaining some details, but I hit this sign back in 22, I think it was. So now we are going, I know you can't see anything, it's pitch black, but we are headed to a boat shuttle, and I will explain some details after. Hi guys, I promised an outro explaining some details about the end of the hike, and I also wanted to give you a couple footnotes. For starters, the end of that video that you just saw it is pitch black and it looks like it's really late at night, but it was only about, at that point, maybe 5 o'clock, 5:15, somewhere around there. We did end around 5:45. It took us about a half hour to 45 minutes, somewhere around there, to get from that Trail Junction sign down to where Ronnie was picking us up by boat. If this was a low water time of year in December, so if you go in the summertime, you may not have to walk out so far, but it was low water and we were fine with where he was parked at, if you will, waiting on us. So I just wanted you to know that it wasn't like 10 o'clock at night that we finished, but it was later. I had been hiking myself for about 10 hours, I guess. There were 4 new people that I was hiking with, not just the 2. And that was very exciting and I really loved it. But I was a little hard on myself because I knew that they could hike a little faster than I could, and I was having a little bit of time this time around, and I couldn't figure out exactly why, and I was really trying to push myself, and they were so kind. They knew, they could tell by what I was saying that I was being a little too hard on myself, and I ended up looking at my statistics whenever I came back, and I realized that I wasn't a whole lot slower than what I normally am. I'm not a fast hiker. On my good days, I'm 2 miles an hour. Most of the time in the Smokies, because of the hills, I'm generally about a 1.7, 1.8 mile an hour hiker. That's just who I am. I'm okay with that. I am trying to work on getting stronger, and not necessarily to build my time, but just to feel better while I'm hiking. But that's generally where I'm at. And I looked at my statistics when I got home, and that's where my average was. So I think I was internalizing the fact that I knew I was out of shape and that I knew something else was off. What I didn't know was I was still sick from a previous cold or upper respiratory system. You can tell I still have it. And this is 2 months after the hike. But I had gotten this cold the week after Thanksgiving. And I went on the hike the middle of December. I thought I was over it, and I probably convinced myself I was because I really wanted to go on this hike. And I didn't realize how sick I was until I went to edit the video, and I had to edit out so many shots and so much dialogue for coughing fits that I didn't realize. I just was coughing and just going on, and I thought, well, I don't need to have that in the video. So I wanted to let you know that. I wanted to let you know we weren't hiking till midnight or whatever, because I know it looked really dark there. And I'm sorry that I didn't get as much footage this time around. But for one, I was hiking with people and I was trying to keep up with them, and there wasn't as much time to stop, and that was not there. It's not on them. That's just what I chose to do. So I know there wasn't a whole lot of footage, but I do have Foothills Trail coming up that I'm going to record. I'm very excited about that. I'll do a separate video about that. And I should be back in the Smokies come April, and hopefully I will be getting some consistent trips in then. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got a lot out of it. And until next time, I'll see you later.